Want to know what it takes to transform your real estate business? I got 3 ideas for you that I think can really help. I'm Kathy Burns, and I'm a realtor here in the Lake Norman area of North Carolina, just north of Charlotte. So there's really 3 things as far as what you're doing. Where you're with, that's another whole subject. But what you're doing is, it really takes the power of persistence. You know, it's about being persistent on every single level, consistently persevering. That's the truth. There's a great book by Weldon Long, and it's called The Power of Consistency. Oh, there is power in consistency. Yeah, boy, is it good. And is he ever right? I was thinking, I have a project I've been working on for a year, and I am consistently doing it every single day, every single week, every single month. And now I'm like a year and a half in, and I'm seeing results. Do things happen right away? It depends. Sometimes they can, sometimes they don't. And I can see this little guy. You may have seen this meme where this guy has been chiseling away inside this cave, and he's trying to get gold. And right this little bitty ways in front of him is where the gold is. And he could quit, and he's so close. Or he could just keep chiseling, and boom, he gets it. How exciting is that, right? That's the persistence. That's the consistent persistence. And that is what you really need, especially in this business, right? And gratitude is very important. But the other thing is, when you're doing your real estate business, this is not something you do halfway. You want to over-deliver. And how do you over-deliver? Well, I think you need systems, lots of good systems. And you say, where do I get those? Well, there's so many places. You can go on YouTube. You can go on Etsy. What are some systems that I could have to make me more efficient? I think having a buyer's presentation is important, especially now with NAR, the whole thing that's going on with NAR. I'd have a buyer's presentation. I'd have that all set up. You could have these digital ones. You could have the kind that you print out. You can do your emails where they're templates. Like if you're doing the same thing over and over, my daughter always said, if I'm doing this 3 times or more, I'm creating a template on it, I'm not gonna have to rewrite it every time. I had never done that before until her. That's a good one. So systems are very, very important, and you can get them everywhere. There's a great group called Girls with Grit. Men can join too, but it's they do coaching, and there's so much of it that's free. Do they want you to join coaching classes? Yes. Am I saying no? Not at all. I'm saying you do you. There's so many different kinds of coachings out there. I think you got to find where you find your tribe, right? Coaching is important. Some of us can't afford it right off the bat. But down the road, do it as soon as you can. Do it before you think you can afford it. Also, get an assistant before you think you can afford it. Stop trying to do all things for everything. Stop trying to be in control. Stop trying to see it all. Find people that you can trust. Hire a VA. I've got videos on how to do that, because you definitely need systems. You need support, because it doesn't have to be a 24/7 job. It can be, and you've got to decide your boundaries as well within those things. That's part of the systems, right? Your calendar, how you lay it out in a day, what you're going to do, where's your time blocking, how you're going to make that happen. Organized is a challenge for me. I keep this little squirrel on my desk. It's to remind me how distracted I get. Oh, there's his head. How distracted I can get easily. And I'm aware of a challenge that I am overcoming. So soon it will not be a challenge. I pay attention to my language. If I hear myself, or I give permission to my friends to say, that was kind of negative, Kathy. Sure you want to say that? Because it's usually self-negative, not negative about somebody else. And that's good for me. Like I used to say, I can't remember anybody's name. And I was with a manifestation coach for quite some time, and he said, would you like to change that? I go, is that an option? And he said, yeah. And he taught me a formula of how to do that. If you want to know how, just put a note in the remarks, and I'll tell you. Anyway, it did change it for me, because the subconscious is a powerful tool. Oh my goodness. Also, strategic partners. What does that mean? Well, I've been in a BNI organization, a networking organization, which is an international organization, since 2008. And prior to that, I started my own networking because I didn't know of BNI at the time. And what are those strategic partners? Well, everybody wants to know a realtor that's in a trade because you're their best referral source, right? And you can cherry pick who you want to be. You can create your own networking group just like I did, because it's hard to get into a BNI chapter. So you can create a CPA that you work with, a financial planner, a plumber, a property management, all the different trades that you use. Create that little circle. And I'll tell you something else. When you create these little networking groups, like let's say you did your own, or you're in a BNI, you're lucky enough to get into a BNI, I encourage you to be the one who says, boy, I'd love to interview you. I'd love to interview you about your business. And where are you going to put that? You're going to put that on your YouTube channel. It's all about your local people. And you're going to create playlists that relates to the different vendors that are in there, because you'll create different playlists that are like for the towns, for the neighborhoods, whatever, because you want to create a free YouTube channel where you're promoting your area, your territory, all the different things, fun things that goes on. So that partnership with all those people is critical. Now imagine if you were the one who's building up the plumber and you're doing a video and you're putting it on your Facebook and you're giving a copy to him saying, go put it on your Facebook if you want. They don't have to. But if they do, who's on there? You. That's right. And people, do you think he's loyal to you when he gets some referral like, hey, we're getting the house ready to sell? And you could say, hey, do you need a great realtor? I got a great realtor. They're going to listen to him, right? And they have the potential to listen to him. That's what I've been doing for years. I have strategic partnerships. I am known as, Kathy's got a guy. And I always say, and if I don't have a guy, I got a guy who's got a guy. Because I want to be known that way, right? That's that going above and beyond. I even send out a card that says, I got a guy, or I feature one of those vendors or someone I support every single month. And I do that on purpose. I send them to the vendors. I send them to my past clients. Now, they're not the cheapest thing in the world, but it's not expensive. And I got to tell you something. I've gotten business from it on a regular basis through the years. And I've been doing that since 2012. Send out cards. I'll have a link to that if you're interested. I think I have links to all my stuff, but in the description, just check it out. I'll make sure it's there. So you've got the power of persistence, tenacity, consistency, persistence. It's all kind of the same thing. Your strategic partnerships, over-delivering with your value. Over-deliver with your value. Because, like, I got a client who said to me the other day, man, Kathy, you go above and beyond. I was up at 5:30 in the morning so that I could go before the lockbox was even available to go witness, take videos of a home, a waterfront home that I knew was going to be, we were going to be in multiple offers for my client who lives in California, so that I could have all these videos ready for him and her so that they could see and make a decision. I even did all the paperwork ahead of time. I said, listen, if you love this, we got to get this delivered right away so that hopefully we beat the multiple offers. So he said, man, you're such a rock star. You just go above and beyond. I go, that's right. That's what I do. And that's what you want to be known for. Do you think he's going to give me referrals? Yes, he will. And he's from California. There's other people from California moving to North Carolina. I want that, right? And you do too. So what are those three things again? The power of persistence, tenacity, consistency. I lump that all together. Strategic partners, and over-delivering. That is one big secret, people. And if you want to talk more about this, let's do a business strategy call. I'll help you. If you got some other ideas, hey, please put some remarks down below. I would love to have a conversation. And if you want to book a strategy call with me, let's do that, boy. I would love to talk to you. In the meantime, please subscribe, please share it, and let's talk more soon, people. Okay?